it was like 150 espresso martinis in like a weekend or something.
Is there not? There's not 51 states? Is this 50?
So. Yeah. Is there 52?
No, they couldn't be 52. That's just insane.
Yeah. I mean, that brings the age-old question, how many Furbies could you take on?
Does it look good?
I think so.
That looks pretty good to me. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Welcome to one of the first episodes of Service Animals, everybody. I don't know if you've been here yet or this is your first time, but welcome to the pod. You're joined by two fellow service animals. If you don't know what a service animal is, it's anyone that decides to waste their good time and energy serving terrible people that want to come in and treat people like crap at restaurants and or any other place of business where you serve other human beings. That's basically what we do for a living. We serve humans and we get to tell you about all the fun things that they tell us, and you can actually call in as well. I don't know if we've mentioned this before, but if we haven't, we just got a phone number, Calvin. No, I don't know where this area code is. I think it's Pennsylvania. I think so. I think that's an East Coast number, but we're not from the East Coast. If everyone can tell by our accents, so we're not from the East Coast. 413 animals with a Z. So that's 413-ANIMALZ. I'm sure you're all smart enough to realize that the letters have numbers associated with them. There's not actual letters. You can't dial a letter.
Yeah. You can't dial. Well,
that'd be, I mean, if it'd be kind of a cooler phone if it had 27 buttons.
27?
How many letters are in the alphabet?
26.
Shit. Now don't
be cool if I had 27 though too.
I get this one fucked up. How many states are there in the United States?
50.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 51.
51?
For the longest time, I thought, yeah, there was 51 states. I don't know why. Is there not? There's not 51 states?
I don't think 50? So. Yeah.
I thought Hawaii. I thought that was like...
Hawaii. Yeah.
I thought that
or
did
Alaska,
something.
I don't know. Is there 52?
No, there couldn't be 52. That's just insane. I don't know the number of, if knowing the number of states is considered geography. I don't know what knowledge that falls under. It's a good thing I don't have to know that for my job because I would make any money.
Yeah.
52 states, question mark?
Yeah, you know what?
See, 52 states of America list. See, if you can Google it, it's true. Are there 52 states in America? I don't like to actually look at answers. I like to go to Google, and when they say people also ask, that's where I get my answer. Are there 52 states in America? There's 50. Hawaii was the 50th. That's suspect. See, now I feel like
there's not 51.
I feel like that's the Berenstein's Bears effect.
Ah,
I feel like because I definitely feel like the whole Berenstein Bear thing is there's something.
That was the Mandela Effect, right?
It is part of the Mandela Effect, which I think is probably at this point, I think more people in America would probably say they know about the Berenstein Bear than that Nelson Mandela was in jail for, 30 years or whatever.
There's the Sock and Boppers.
Sock and Boppers
Dude, I swear, yeah.
Sock and Boppers. If you don't know what Sock and Boppers are, they're inflatable plastic tubes you put on your hand that parents in the 90s decided were a better choice than just actually beating the crap out of each other. So they were called Sock'em Boppers, and then they got sued by Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Oh, okay.
And they made him change the name.
There is a little bit of a little crossover there, but I feel like they're different enough that they shouldn't have got sued for it. Hopefully they won their settlement, but had to change their names,
They lost, obviously. Sock'em people won.
Right. But hopefully they didn't have to pay all the money or whatever. They just had to
they didn't lose their product, I guess. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering why we keep looking over it in this general direction for some weird reason, I have a genuine Soccer Boppers set of boppers in case I need to protect myself. I'm actually going to inflate those tonight and put them by my bed just in case someone wants to come in here and mess with me. Good luck. I'm going to get that in a big foam bat.
Get real good at slipping Soccer Boppers on.
I'm going to have 2 Soccer Boppers on. I'm going to be holding a foam bat with my Soccer Boppers.
I used to have Hulk hands as a kid.
Hulk hands?
Yeah, dude.
They're worth money, I think.
Yeah.
Hulk hands?
I don't know where they went, but
probably.
Yeah, they just had like a little plastic pole in the center that you hold onto them. And
Nice. Were they the ones that make noise?
I think they used to, and then
Oh man,
they changed.
These ones, the 2003s.
Yeah, that looks about right.
They're like, these are $50. These are just the ones that are just like, oh god, those them.
Yeah, but I don't actually think they made. Now I can't remember.
It's from
It was
20 years ago.
Yeah,
That's insane, dude.
Yeah, but they had the thing, and they were made of that like smushy sort of.
Dude, these were huge. I remember everyone wanted a pair of these things.
Yeah, those are pretty sweet.
It's crazy what goes through as a fad. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like right now in the service industry world, there's that espresso martini. Everyone's loving.
Dude, did you hear the other week we went through like it was like 150 espresso martinis in like a weekend or something.
Which doesn't sound like a lot, but for the volume that our restaurant does is stupid.
That's not the whole week. That's just like
I know it's like 2 days.
2 days, yeah.
Yeah, and being open, we're not even open. I mean, on a good day, we're open less than 10 hours.
Yeah,
10 hours I think is the 10 hour. Wait.
Well,
what's 3 till midnight? That's 9. So 9 hours.
Yeah.
The longest we're open ever.
Yeah.
So that's in less than 24 hours of a business being open.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Well, and when we sell craft cocktails, you know.
Right. Yeah, we're not an espresso martini.
Right, yeah. And so we're known for
once it gets out, dude, people
can't get anywhere else sort of thing.
People want the espresso martinis. If you don't know the joy of, by the way, if we don't understand what we're talking about, these Hull cans, Google Hull cans 2003 with working noise. And it's like, I remember these commercials with sound. Oh my God, dude. Let's see. Oh, dude. Do you remember this commercial?
I feel like this is just.
The power of the Hulk can be yours when you need it with Hulk cans.
That's exactly what I got.
With over 100 sounds of the Hulk built in. The power of the Hulk is in your hands.
So cool.
Dude, those guys' mouths just dropped.
Oh, yeah. With some Scooby-Doo mouth.
That's the most realistic thing I've ever seen in my life.
Real Hulk sounds. Is there a Hulk in you?
I know that you guys just thought the Hulk was in this room with us right now, but that's just the realistic sound coming out of those gloves, man. I don't know if you understand, but that was a piece of like Tickle Me Elmo. Do you remember that?
Oh my God, yes.
The people went crazy for the Tickle Me Elmo, man.
Tickles.
All he said was that he's ticklish. Like, why? I'm a little ticklish. Wow, I just, like, even as a kid, like, why would you want to play with that, dude? Like,
I don't know.
you know the doll that shit itself or like pissed its pants?
It was like taking care of a real doll.
Yeah.
Or a real baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like an alive doll.
Who wanted that? Why would you ever want that doll? Like, I guess people that want to play like Real House, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and then they like, didn't they have to like feed it milk or something?
You like
a
fed
fake
it? Yeah, no, you'd like
thing
fed
or
it. And,
something?
well, and like, I remember like the bottle would like lower.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Realistic looking. You know?
Yeah.
It was pretty realistic looking. Speaking of dolls, I don't know if you've seen that Megan movie.
No.
Dolls are going to kill a lot of people in the future. That's just a reality that people got to face now. And I don't know.
Gonna be some AI dolls and it's gonna be the future.
It's going to be like Teddy Ruxpin. It's going to be like a Chucky. That's going to be the first thing that's going to happen. Is like they're going to make some sort of doll that's supposed to be nice. And then something happens where.
That tickles.
Yeah, it's tickled too much. He's like, you know what? I'm sick of this.
Don't be tickled.
And well, let's just say he tickles back. I can't wait to, like, I don't think zombies would be a very fun war. I think fighting Furbies that come to life would be kind of like small soldiers, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that brings the age old question, you know, how many Furbies could you take on?
It's funny you keep mentioning these things that people are like, what is a Furby, dude? Now let's look at the size of a Furby.
No, that's a real size?
There's a Furby right there, dude.
All right.
Yeah.
And they're a little creepy.
This is blast from the past, dog.
Dude, the
Calvin
eyes.
is holding a.
I swear.
Yeah, so we used to disfigure our Furbies back in the day. We used to, gosh, they're gonna. I'll see you in
Yeah,
hell.
dude.
I'll see you in hell too, pal.
I feel like he's looking right into your soul.
We'd like shave. They already had mohawks. We'd like shave the sides down. Some of them are poofier, and we'd like shave mohawks.
Yeah.
You know? We'd like
Give 'em a
draw
nice mullet.
tattoos on them, and we'd like put nails in their head, and like make them all. We like pop their eyes out and stuff. Just because they were like they're creepy. So like, why not make them look creepy? You know what I mean? But like, look at this guy. I don't know. He doesn't even have arms, dude. You know what I mean?
Man.
So it's like all he's gonna do is really, in theory, if they were like strong enough to chomp on you,
Yeah, dude, those beaks.
it'd probably be
Yeah,
about
beaks, yeah.
20 to 30. I don't want to overplay it. I want to be like 200.
Yeah.
I could take 200 Furbies because then that's going to be how I die. 200 Furbies are going to
yeah.
be like, we
That's how I
listen
go
to
out,
your podcast.
Yeah.
They're just going to devour me.
You think you can take on 200? Let's find
You can't
out.
hold them like a little cat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that makes it.
By the scruff.
They're very adorable. Yeah, you're like, I don't want to hurt you, little Furb. I've tried to put batteries in them and get them to work. I might give it another shot here, but just their voice alone. If you guys never saw a Furby, did you ever have a Furby?
I don't think I did. I think I've seen them, but I thought they were always a little bit bigger than that. But
No, I think that's
yeah.
It still has the tag on it, dude.
Yeah, no, it looks authentic.
Straight
So,
up. Oh boy, look at this, dude. Here, hold on. Made by the almighty Tiger Electronics, by the way. Shout out Tiger Electronics. I was never allowed to have anything fun in my house, but my parents did allow me to get those little. Did you ever have those little? There weren't Game Boys, but they were like a game inside of this little.
Yeah, like,
you put
a pinball. Like
it was like kind of like the
handheld.
size of like they're all made by Tiger Electronics, dude.
Yeah.
There was one they had a Jurassic Park one that I had. Oh man, I probably sold it like an idiot. What I was going to say about this before I get too distracted. This is going to happen a lot too on the show. I have ADHD, sorry. Inside this tag, which I never realized, it literally tells you, it says the words and stuff like May. That means love. Like, okay.
There's a whole
Mela. Yeah, that means hugs apparently. Like if I would have known that, I wouldn't have been so freaked out, dude. Wee wee lulu Mela. That's like I love you, but I was like, what the? Don't they're gonna pee on me, dude.
It's a whole Furby language.
Yeah, no, I didn't know
That's
all that.
crazy.
Well, they better be a
like-
language, otherwise he's
Well,
just
yeah.
like a crack. He's just like a little crackhead.
Don't the minions like the minions, the little yellow blue suspender guys? They have their own language, right?
Oh, you're serious?
Yeah.
You're for real?
Yeah, dude. I swear. It was like somebody was telling me it was like Spanish backwards or something. But some of the words you hear, you're like, oh, I know exactly what they're actually saying, you know?
Yeah. No. But yeah. Oh, I was going to look this up. This G.I. Joe. My dad had this. So G.I. Joes were really popular back then. I don't know. Do you think G.I. Joes are popular still? I'm sure someone cares about a G.I. Joe. Do you know about G.I. Joes, Calvin?
I mean, yeah, a little bit, but I never had any.
No?
I wasn't a G.I. Joe kid.
Basically, I'm pretty sure G.I. Joe was invented to try and get people to join the army. I don't know. Just
That would make a lot of sense.
make
but
fighting look cool. You know what I mean?
Isn't that essentially what like Superman comics and Captain America
I
comics
don't know.
did?
I don't know if that was pro-war or not. I know that like basically every army movie is pro-war because not that it's pro-war, but every army movie that comes out upticks. People are like, oh, I want to go to the army.
Yeah.
Like after Maverick came out, I guess people are like, oh, I want to fly jet planes.
Well, I think it was just like the comics themselves are like given to give the people hope during a war or to get people into the actual army. Like
That's the whole idea.
something like that.
And I didn't know this too, but like whenever you see military stuff in movies, that's like they're not just like you gotta like get the government to like loan you that stuff is how I understand it to be. Or maybe there's companies that now have like their own warehouse fulls of this stuff, but like I think back in the day you had to like if you wanted to use a jet, people don't just have jets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had to like
What, you
get
don't
the
get a jet?
government to give you
Back
permission,
here?
and they had to like your movie to like put the jet in the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. People don't just have jets. Like,
Wow, what?
yeah.
Who are you?
Did you watch that movie about a guy who won the Pepsi? He won like a bunch of Pepsi tokens,
What?
and it flashed on the screen. This is great. If you guys haven't seen this, go to Netflix. I think it's on Netflix, and it's called "Hey Pepsi, Where's My Jet?" And this guy saved up. They ran an ad where they flashed a number equated to a Tomahawk carrier jet plane, and they were like, it's like for 25 tokens. I can get a basketball, it's like for 500, I got this sick leather jacket, you know what I mean? Right. And then it's like,
Now, the more Pepsi you drink, the more great stuff you're going to get.
airplane comes landing down. Of course, the kid outside is like, yeah, well, for 30 million, I gotta,
I got a
like,
jet.
but it wasn't just like a jet. It was like a F-14 specific name brand of a jet. You know what I mean?
Sure beats the bus.
And then that was it. And then the thing ended with no dummies. Obviously, this isn't a real thing. You can't actually win a jet.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. But there wasn't any of that. There was no
like
spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it and you're going to go watch it, spoiler. But basically he took it to heart that, you know, if they're not going to say it's not a joke and you put the number up,
He's like, hey,
I
got this many
I'm
tokens.
gonna find.
you
I mean,
better-
I can't do it, but but I'm gonna find a way to get 30 million tokens.
No fine print came up. I don't care what anybody else says. That is a legit offer.
Pretty crazy, you know. I think. Well, it's funny because that is now a case, like in law, like because that happened. There's now like the Harrier jet clause or something. You know what I mean? Like it's now like in law books. Like if you want to be a lawyer, you have to know this rule now.
Yeah.
It has to do with like false advertising, essentially.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I watched another
Or, like,
one.
Have to have some sort of disclaimer.
Well,
afterwards, you know?
if you think about it now, it's like,
I mean, that's how all those warning labels on products actually get put out there. Is somebody did
for sure.
drink lighter fluid or whatever it was, and they're like, hey, don't drink this. you know?
So you know,
Yeah.
warning. Motor oil goes inside motors.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they have to put it out there for a reason,
Wait.
you know.
My mommy said my heart's the motor of my body.
And it actually reminds me, I was just watching Shameless the other day.
Yeah, the one because no one watches the British one.
No, not the British.
Is it even
one,
British? I
but
don't think it's like Irish.
The kid, Carl was
You know the kid.
the
Mickey
the kid
the
Carl. He was leaning over the couch or something and looking out the window, watching this guy just like retching, and he's like, "What's wrong with Patrick out there?" He's like, "Oh, he's got nausea, vomiting, diarrhea."
Hey, let me drink this coffee some more. What were we saying?
He's got like nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and cold sweats and death. And they're like, "What? What are you reading?" He's like, "Oh, rat poison." He had like put rat poison in this guy's food.
Oh my god, dude!
He was just literally reading all the things it could cause.
Did you watch the? Did you find? You've get to the bottom of Shameless? You finished it?
No, only a few seasons in.
It's you know, say it's worth the watch.
I think it's good.
It's worth the watch. The
enjoyable, at
finale
least, you know?
made me tear up a tear or two.
Plus,
I
it's
had to
got the guy
cry.
from Bear, which I was like, "Oh yeah, Bear's
I would
awesome."
say Bear has the guy from Shameless.
Bear has the guy from Shameless.
Is what I would probably
Chronological
say.
order, but
Yeah. Well, I wonder what else that guy's even in. I'm pretty sure it made his career.
yeah, absolutely.
Lip, good old Lip.
Lip.
What a little piece of crap.
That's still weird to me, you know. Instead of like, it's Philip, right? Instead of going Phil, he goes Lip. It's like calling me Vin, you know.
Hey.
I don't know.
Hey, Vin.
Hey, Vin.
I like Vin. I'm going to call you Vin now. It's too late. I think it's a reaction to, like, my grandfather went by Dick. His middle name was, or his name was Richard. Richard. Okay. There's not a K in there anywhere. I just don't know how you end with Dick. I just don't know how you get from Richard
To Dick.
to Dick. And then being like, I'm openly Dick. That's my name. Please don't refer to me as anything else. If you do, I'll think you're mad at me or something. I'll think, why would you use such a name like Richard? So my middle name is Richard.
Calling me
funny.
Richard.
I don't know why he went by that. There's just, you could be Rich, you could be Richie, you could be Rick,
Yeah.
you could be Rick.
There's a whole
Your
lot of
name
options
starts
there.
with an R.
Yeah.
You could just start. That seems pretty. R-I-C-K. Oh, okay, we'll make it work. All right. I don't know where the Dick. He's like, well, take the D. He's like speaking pig Latin or something.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll take the D from the I and I'll put it in the front. We'll do D-I, and then we'll push R together. It sounds like K. We'll make Dick. I don't just. I've thought about it for a lot. If you can tell, I've thought about why. Because now I have the middle name, so I'm trying to figure out why
I don't understand.
why I don't become a Dick. I don't think I'm gonna jump down that rabbit hole. I think I'll just be Richard. I like Dylan Richard. It sounds like I play piano really crazily.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm dealing, Richard. I don't know me. Bum, 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 bum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll be a crazy piano guy.
I mean, maybe you gotta.
If you look at my hands, peoples. These things were made for like stocking oranges or something. I don't know what these things.
These things were made.
I don't know what you do with these things. I want to
They
give
were
them
made to make
clamps.
pyramids out of apples, you know?
I don't like. They're made for like holding a hammer and just like holding things. I don't like the remote. Like, oh, that's a perfect. Like, look at this remote. Like, I can barely. I'm like, I can barely get. Look at. I can barely get over that with my tiny limp fingers.
Made for clubbing.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these things, man. That's one other day that's like, yeah, just play violin.
That's crazy, man.
You just play violin. I know how hard it is to play violin. You just play violin.
Oh yeah, just play violin.
I'm
you know?
thinking about joining an orchestra.
Dude, I feel like if I picked up a violin, my strings would snap.
Go to an orchestra so I never have to hear you say that again. I hate you're that confident in your violin skills. You're just gonna join an orchestra.
I might go play violin for an orchestra. You know,
That's like me being like when I kicked the soccer ball for the first time the other day. I might go play for the Loons. You know, I've been playing soccer my whole life. Yeah, I might go pro.
Yeah, might just try it.
I just don't. It's upsetting when people have, we've got talent.
Yeah, man, I can serve a table like nobody else.
You can. I don't know if you guys know this, but the reason we're together and doing this podcast is me and Calvin met each other years ago at a restaurant far, far away. It was a couple planets away. It was on tattooing. And we've just for years been good friends, and we just decided this is a good time, now that podcasts, dude, it's crazy. Because I remember listening to like Joe Rogan and all, like when they very first started.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know these are always going to be a thing forever. And then I've always been kind of listening to podcasts on and off, since for 10 years, 12 years plus. And now they're just getting popular or have been popular for a while. But
I feel like they've been popular. It's just
I feel like progressively
easier to access,
that, and I feel like they're going to progressively take over more of platforms like YouTube and potential other platforms that will start to follow this podcast format. Will learn that people are eager just to make this content without like really having any contracts or getting paid or potential sponsorship type of. It's very much a sell the concert tickets and we'll pay you once they're sold type of a thing. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. But anyways, the whole point we got together is just so that we can talk, chat. The whole point of this podcast is, like I said, we will have a number 413 Animals with a Z. It's ANIMALZ. I'll have our guy Scooby, who does all our videos. Shout out Scooby. All right. That explosion. Yeah, big flame bursting off my head. Do all that in post, Scoob.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Call in. We're going to talk about, we have bad days at the restaurant sometimes. Sometimes we're a mess everything up. Sometimes the guests are a mess and mess everything up. Sometimes it's just everything's a mess.
You know what? Some days it goes real good, though.
And some days it does go good, too. And those are good. Those are even better days because there's a reason we're, in the industry. There's a reason people are in the industry. But we kind of felt there wasn't a space for people to kind of let these stories out there and kind of, jive about it and, see if these are pet peeves that everyone has or, stuff like, I don't know. I'm not even like.
Hi, my name's Calvin. Nice to meet you all. Diet Coke?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Stuff like immediate Diet Coke orders or like ordering Diet Coke, even though we don't have Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Like, or even not even looked, you know what I mean? Or just anything in a restaurant or in a service position where you've just dealt with some silliness. Yeah. Call in, let us know. We'll talk about it. That's the whole point. We're going to hopefully have by the next time you hear our beautiful voices, some other beautiful voices to listen to, and we can chat about those experiences. That's the whole point. We're just having fun. We're just out here listening to everyone's issues, talking about those, and drinking a ton of Malort and other ridiculous cocktails at the end of each show. Hopefully not on this one, unfortunately. We didn't plan that far ahead because we're knuckleheads. But going forward, once we do have our full-time producer in studio and all that jazz, we will hopefully be doing a little contest at the end of every episode called Guess That Cocktail, where me and this genius Calvin will try and put a few ingredients together in a cup and see if it comes out to be the correct cocktail that our wonderful producer / bartender has come up for us. You say it's a gin and tonic, and the ingredients were gin, tonic, Coca-Cola, and a lemonade. And we put the gin and the Coke and the lemon and not any of the tonic in there. We would have not guessed that correct cocktail. Therefore, I've lost the game, but you'll see that coming in the future there, guys. Which will be
I'm very excited to see what absurd concoctions that we have to drink later.
I'm not going to be good because I don't know anything about bartending, unfortunately.
Make an old fashioned, you know what?
Well, that one I could probably do. Yeah. I know it's an old fashioned.
There's like 3 ingredients.
Yeah.
Right?
It's very nice.
Yeah.
It's when you start getting into
I feel
the.
like they might not even tell us the name of the cocktail that we're making.
We're not
It's
going to
just
know it.
be ingredients here, and you guys will see the
The
actual
audience
list
will
and
know,
the
yeah.
amount of everything to do.
It'll be
and then-
much like password. So yeah, so you'll be able to make the actual cocktail while we're screwing it up. Because at the end we will indeed all be enjoying the same delicious cocktail, and we can cheers each other off the mic.
Yeah.
And that'll be pretty cool. But we won't get that going until next week. Man, I felt like there was something I had to say this week. Oh, have you watched Next Level Chef?
Next Level Chef.
Oh my God.
No, I've heard about it.
Next Level
I hear
Chef.
it's good.
It is the best cooking show on television, hands down. I don't care what anyone says. Come at me. Give me a better show. Leave me a comment. Tell me what's a better cooking show than Next Level Chef. I dare you.
But you better have seen it first.
Yeah, you better have watched it first. I don't want any of that nonsense where you saw a commercial and we're like, I don't like Gordon Jeffrey Ramsey, whatever it is. Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay, Jeffrey.
You know what I
Jeffrey
mean.
Gordon,
I'm thinking
know.
of Jeff Gordon. That's who I was thinking of. It's great. So the whole point of Next Level Chef, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know anything about the show.
La 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 la.
Yeah, it's Grant Calvin show.
Yeah.
So the whole point is that you are separated into 3 teams, and there's this monstrosity of like a building that you're cooking in that has 3 different levels to it. And each level
I
is
have seen this.
have you? Each
Yep.
level is better than the last. So the bottom kitchen blows, or things don't work, you can't find anything to cook in. Middle level is just like run of the mill, everything's fine,
Yeah,
basic
normal
kitchen. Top is like best kitchen, Michelin star, crazy. You
Any
there's
and everything you want.
yeah, nothing you can complain about there.
Gold plates.
Gold plate. We eat enough gold plates. Dude, straight up though, they are cooking with like gold. Like
Yeah.
they have like little beakers and they have like a monocle. that
Yeah.
they're, like, looking at things with. But the whole bit is that the ingredients, it's not a fair ingredients grab because, most shows they're like, you all have this ingredient, you're all cooking with the ingredient, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
This one, they're like, here's the like family of ingredient, and you have to go to this platform in the middle that comes down the middle. It's going all the way, it's like a fire pole, goes all the way down to the bottom, all through these 3 stages. Starts at the top where you got 30 seconds to like just grab all this crap and like throw it in your
Starts
hand
going down.
basket, and then after 30 seconds starts to like go down. So
Yeah.
it's so much of a like, even if the best person is on point and they're cooking their best and they're doing their best, happens all the time. They're like, it's the chicken contest and I forgot to grab chicken.
Yeah.
You're like, well, what? You know what I mean? So
Yeah. No, I have seen that. And I was like, oh, this reminds me of that Netflix movie called The Platform, I think is what it was called.
Oh, and it kind of is like
It
that.
literally is. Yeah, there's that platform. It starts on the top level, and it just slowly goes down with food on it. You grab as much food as you can. All the people on the top levels get fed first. And it's like, but that case, it's like they're all in a prison or something.
It's like they're in a
and
prison, right?
Yeah. And so like, if you look at your cell number and you're like, cell number 495, like you might not get anything left over. There's just a big open hole in the thing, and a lot of people just end up,
Yeah, I see where that would.
Yep.
See where that would go.
A little different than that, but it's
Yeah.
just the food
I
ingredients.
forgot
and
my
the-
fish. No.
Yeah, no.
They have guardrails in Next Level Chef, so
Yeah.
we don't have to worry about any of that happening. Very PG affair.
Yeah,
Except when like people start their things on fire. And
it
start
was actually really good
swearing.
though.
What
That
platform?
chef show, yeah. No,
Next
both
Level
of them,
Chef?
both of them, yeah.
It's like I don't remember the platform. anything right now.
The platform was very
Oh.
very okay movie, but I was like, it's kind of messed up. It's
That does sound kind of
part of the appeal to that movie, but
yeah, that's crazy. I was just thinking about that, and I was just thinking about there's something else that I was just watching. Some other cooking show I was just watching. I don't know, but Next Level Chef is where it's at, like 100%. I just love the concept. I love cooking shows, but they're all kind of like it's just the same thing, just cooking.
well, and then some of the people on the bottom kitchen, they just have to like really think creatively about what ingredients to use.
That's the best part because I think that they're usually stuck with.
Like, oh man, I got all this garbage to use, but like
Right.
they can make some really cool dishes.
Such
out
a
of it.
short stick.
Yeah.
And
Cool
all the time
concept.
too, like Gordon Ramsay will be like, or we're gonna, because it all depends on how well. The other thing is it's like very objective too, where it'll be like they're gonna be judging people's dishes, but they're not like they don't know who they're judging. So like say they're going through each kitchen, you know what I mean? Like that person's chef announces the dishes because they know whose dish it is.
Yeah.
but they don't like say whose name. Like
Right.
So they're all kind of like tasting and being like, oh, this is pretty good.
Right. Well, there's the anonymity, so they can't have any favorites.
That's
sort of
so at
thing.
the end when they like have to vote people off, it's the same kind of thing where the person subjectively whose team they're not from is like the one in the middle, and they see what's happening. So they have to be like at the end, and they just have to be like without trying to like. And I'm sure even in their own head, they're like, would my dude like cook this? You know, because I can see that sometimes too, where that's another thing I like, where they're like, even if I think this is better, is this someone from my team? Because the more people they get voted off of their team, inherently they're in a worse position,
right?
Because they want their.
It's like the chefs are mentoring each team, so there's a competition between the head chefs too.
Yeah,
where they're all like, no, I want my team to win. You know,
and I don't think because I think they get a mentorship, which is cool too. So they get money plus they get a mentorship, which I think is sweet because these are people that are like either already in the biz, which I think for the most part, the people that are kind of at the top are the people that are professional already.
Yeah.
Like, it's surprising these like home cooks or like TikTok chefs or social media chefs. Dude,
right.
They're not bad, dude.
Yeah.
They know a hell of a lot more about like deboning a fish than I know. You know what I mean? I'm up there like
absolutely.
some electronic blades. Get
the axe.
Yeah, dude. Go against the scales now. I look like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, dude. It's terrible.
Using the wrong knife. I don't know, man.
That's bad. Yeah, I would not trust me on a desert island deboning the fish.
I'm over there with tweezers.
That's better than I do. I'd take the tweezer technique over this technique. I wonder what it's like nowadays for like a kid to go like out and about and then go to a store and like
out and about, huh?
Well, well, why would you even go out as a kid nowadays anyways? Like, what are you going to go out and do? Like, go to a mall? Like, you can just go online and buy whatever you like. Does that excite a kid?
I don't know.
Take me to the mall. How much I used to ask my parents to take me to the mall. It seems stupid now. It seems like why?
Take me to the mall.
Yeah, what an idiot kid.
Go to the mall.
No, shut up. That's what now I'm my parents. Shut up.
What are you thinking?
What are you going to do at the mall?
Yeah.
Not spend money? I know you don't have any money. I might want to go look around. At what?
It's a big world out there.
We were just there a week ago. Yeah. Nothing's changed.
Maybe I'll get a Cinnabon.
No, you won't. You can't afford a Cinnabon. You're not getting a Cinnabon.
I got to pause here real quick.
Huh?
I got to pause real quick.
Oh, he's going to the bathroom, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to keep this podcast just cruising full steam ahead. I'm going to do a little ad for Nespresso. So, by the way, first off, looks like this cup, my girlfriend said it was ombre. But I don't know. It doesn't look any ombre as I know. It's a little gordo for my ombre. I want to tell you, Nespressos, man, changed my life. Forget a Keurig. Go straight down the Nespresso hole. This thing right here, I feel like I'm drinking literally a Starbucks full Monty cappuccino right now. Straight up. You just pop the little pod in that thing, you go boop. It already knows what the size it is. It already knows how much to pump out. Does its little dealy. Comes with this little guy. You pay an extra couple $20 called the Arrowcini 3. Okay, there's a 4 now, but we got 3. That whips up your milk. You don't want to use any of the wheat. I'm trying to say soy and oat at the same time. Neither of those are actual milks, and neither of those are going to do very well inside. Like, you want some real deal cow's milk. All right, put that inside the Arrowcini 3. Whip yourself up something nice, and you're gonna have yourself a $1.50 coffee in a cup that's gonna start tasting like $1 million as soon as it touches your lips. Okay, I'm fully sold on Espresso, dude. This thing is
honestly, yeah, it looked really
well
done.
Yeah, we're not even sponsored yet by Nespresso, but we will be. Coffee is great, man. I haven't been drinking coffee till 2 weeks ago. I love it. I love coffee.
Yeah, man.
I'm sold. Oh, I was going to say I went out to a restaurant the other night. Went out to Bar and Cart. Shout out Bar and Cart. Had a great time. Lovely, lovely atmosphere there. It's this nice little, they probably got 20 tables in there, maybe.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. It's like max like 75 people probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've got like a 8-person bar. They've got a ton of great booze at the bar. Anything you want, you can have it, you can find it. Not like Fireball and stuff. I mean, you know, they have like all the bourbons you could want, you know, nice gins, stuff like that.
Nice.
Malort. So that's where you're getting ding, ding, extra one-up Mario coins there. But we had this, messing this up, Carolina chicken. Is that what it was? It was like a mayo-based sauce, right?
Okay.
Over chicken.
Okay.
Alabama chicken. Alabama chicken. So it's like, and I will say, Bar and Cart, the only thing it was missing was a little hot sauce. Once we got the hot sauce on it, it was fire. But It was missing a little zip.
Can't handle spice right now.
But it was just a little bland. Not like bland because it had flavor to it, but it was like
need a little pizzazz.
It was a little sweet.
Yeah.
You know, it was like almost a little too sweet for what if it's like I feel like with anything, and maybe now this is just me being biased, but I feel like anything with a southern name in it, it's gonna have a little spice to it. You know what I mean? But that's just my stupid brain. But
honestly, that's where my mind goes.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was it's like a mayo vinegar based sauce, nothing too crazy, but it just needed a little heat, but it was delicious. Basically, it's like kind of like it's like the ingredients of like how you'd make an egg salad sandwich.
Okay.
Like as far as like the sauces and spices go, but you instead of eggs use chicken.
Huh.
And then they had some pickles in there.
Like pulled chicken?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was very good. So shout out to Bar and Cart. I just wanted to bring up that sandwich was really delicious. A little hot sauce on there. It's perfect.
Nice, dude.
Meatball sub was good. Could use some more sauce. Could have been saucier. That's all I'm gonna say.
Saucier.
Could have
been
a little sauce. The meatball sub, I want it to be.
You just got to make them saucy, you know.
You know that scene from Wet Hot American Summer?
No.
She just got barbecue sauce.
Nice.
All over her face. You don't know what I'm talking about?
You have barbecue sauce all over your face.
I know that. So?
It's pretty foul.
There's this scene where she like shows up and everyone's talking or whatever, and she doesn't realize that she has all this barbecue sauce on her face.
Oh yeah, yes, I do know this. Yeah,
and she's like, "You want to come make out or whatever?" And then he's like, "You got fucking like." You got all this barbecue sauce on your face, like that's how I feel. Like, like when I eat a meatball sub, like I want that much marinara sauce.
Yeah. All
over my face. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be even potential that I get out of there without, you know, me just looking like I went Jeffrey Dahmer on somebody. You know what I mean? I saw a demand from the internet that we cancel all Jeffrey Dahmer sunglasses. Cancel that style. It must be
Jeffrey Dahmer style.
Yeah, sunglasses. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Who cares? Are you serious?
There's no way that's the name of the style.
Oh, well, look,
like,
I mean,
he just made it popular from that show.
Do you
right?
call it a Hitler mustache?
True. Okay.
So yeah, so now so look, so I don't know what the name of these style of sunglasses is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're
probably like
almost aviator, but they're not.
Oh yeah,
quite,
they're probably like the helicopter or something.
Yeah.
614 Hellcats or something. But yeah, everyone wants the style to be outlawed because people are like, it's not cool that we're giving Jeffrey Dahmer all this light. Like, are we? I think someone was just like, the dude's got some cool glasses. I'm going to rock them too. You know what I mean? I do want things like a pair of sunglasses that apparently a serial killer wore or a mustache that a terrible person had to not be so faux pas.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate they had them, but...
Dude, watch. Like someday this style that we're both rocking right now, somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, this guy, like,
we got the Brazilian face eater."
Yeah, exactly.
Can't do that anymore. That guy ate a lot of faces, dog.
He's the guy that created the killer Furbies.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They were supposed to be cute, but then they ate everybody.
Yeah, like what? Nobody can wear this facial style anymore.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with the glasses, but I'm pretty sure they're going to stick around for a while.
Yeah, I mean,
someone told me
they're just glasses, man.
Yeah, they're just glasses. Someone told me that Ray-Bans, the first style that they came up with was aviators.
The first one?
That was their very first style of sunglasses, and they invented the aviator. That's like their claim to fame.
I feel like they've just been around forever, anyway. You know.
Yes, yeah. So Ray-Bans they designed them for aviators. Yeah. That was like the
1937.
And they invented that frame. But no one. That's what I got to the point was like when someone says Ray-Ban, nobody wears aviators anymore, dude. I used to rock aviators all the time, and I would sit on them and break them, so I stopped buying them. But
I just lose all.
Yeah, they're really good for my big fat face too. They look really wonderful on here. But you think of that other style, that Wayfarer, right?
Yeah.
You don't think of that.
No.
You think of that, kind of makes you look like a cat almost with those like
Yep.
Which is just strange to me because like you're talking about how people forget about things and it's history, like what people remember. It's like no one's will ever remember that Ray-Ban invented the aviator sunglass. It's never gonna.
Now they might.
Yeah. That's right. You tuned in. You thought you weren't going to learn anything in this podcast. That's right. You just learned a little factoid. Thank you to the service animals yourself here, Calvin. And Sluggy. So
You thought we were just going to talk shit about all the customers.
Which we didn't do at all this time. So
Gotcha.
you're welcome. Well, I'm gonna pour us a little shot,
Little shotski.
because I just feel like it's time to celebrate. You know, tonight we're gonna have a nice little Malort shot. I think I'm gonna start every podcast with a nice little shot of Malort. If you've never had Malort, imagine falling into that hole that Alice in Wonderland fell into. Right? And you fall and you fall and you fall and you get to that little door and you're about to walk in the door. But instead of going through the door, you keep falling farther, unfortunately. You keep going down and down and down and down into a bottle of Jeppson's Malort. And you can't escape. You can't escape. You try and escape, but you can't escape. And eventually the only thing you realize you have to drink your way out of it. So you start drinking this Malort. The second it touches your lips, you realize, I'd rather just die. This is so bad. Malort is a delicious, delicious liqueur owned by CH Distillery in Chicago. It has a botanical vibe of, flower. I think. I don't know what's actually in it. All I do know
Touch of citrus.
there might be. There could be a citrus in here. We don't know. I do know there's wormwood in it. And I do know that there's a bunch of just lost dreams and dead souls. But this is the barrel-aged version, okay? So a little higher, fancier version of losing everything in your life. It's going to be 2021. It's going to have a nice little fancy sticker. Look at zoom on this, Scooby. Look at it shine in the light. It's holographic. It's so cool. But shout out to these guys. They make some really good stuff. I honestly drink it all the time. And hopefully someday we'll get paid to talk as much good stuff or bad stuff as they want about their liquor to the world. So here we go, Calvin. Thanks for being a mensch. Thanks for joining us on this. Anything you got to add, Calvin? Anything you'd like to say to these beautiful people out there?
Well, thanks for being here for the first episode here.
Or whatever. Who knows what episode this gets released.
True, yeah. Well, thanks for being here for this episode then.
Yeah, love it. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
All right. Until next time, service animals, baby. We'll see you then.
Animals.
So good.